Good morning, students. In our today's class, we will discuss 19th century Bengal educational reforms from chapter 2, and the page number is 22. The introduction of Western education was perhaps the most important single factor behind the Indian awakening. But initially, the British officials in India were not interested in bringing about any changes in the prevalent system of education. The year 1813 was a landmark in the history of education in India. A humble beginning was made in the Charter Act of 1813. The Charter Act of 1813 formulated the education policy of the English East India Company, which provided that the company should spend 1 lakh rupees for the promotion of education among the Indians. But as there was a controversy arose regarding the type of education to be introduced in India, nothing could be done in this regard. Meanwhile, the evangelists started a movement in England. The evangelists were those who constantly put pressure upon the British government in London for the spread of education in India. The opinion that favored the introduction of Western scientific knowledge in India came to be known as the Anglicist, means they advocated the cause of English education. On the other hand, Orientalist was in favor of promoting and disseminating the traditional Indian learning. They pointed out that students would be good job hunters, but they would fail to deliver to their countrymen if they studied only English. So that's why the Orientalists advocated the cause of Oriental languages like Persian and Sanskrit instead of English. The difference in opinion that arose between the Anglicist and the Orientalist regarding the type of education to be introduced in India is known as the Anglicist-Orientalist controversy. Ultimately, the controversy was settled in the year 1835 under the Governor Generalship of William Bentinck. He strongly advocated the policy of spending the money for promotion of English education in India. Lord Macaulay, the law member in the Governor General's Council, was also in favor of introducing Western education in India. He, as the president of the General Committee of Public Instruction, submitted a minute in February 1835. In this minute, he strongly advocated the policy of spending government money for the promotion of European literature and sciences among the natives of India through English medium. On the basis of this minute, Lord Bentinck declared that from the time onwards, state aid for education would be spent only for English education. The demand for the English education was growing faster after 1835. Calcutta Medical College was established in that year. In 1844, Governor General Lord Hardinge made an announcement that people having a knowledge of English education would be given preference in the public employment. This announcement gave further encouragement to English education, and the result was rapid spread of English education among the middle class people and decline of vernacular education in Bengal. Now let's talk about the contribution of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar for the cause of women's education. Vidyasagar worked for the education of women. He realized that there could not be emancipation of women if they remained uneducated. Means if the women were not able to get their education, then their development would not be possible in the society. Vidyasagar helped Drinkwater Bethune in the establishment of the Hindu female school. Many female schools were also opened by him in the districts, and some of them were run at his own expense. Throughout his whole life, he had taken keen interest for promoting the cause of women education in our country. Now let's come to our next point, Indian initiatives for the spread of Western education. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the first Indian to feel the need for the English education in India. He is regarded as the first modern man of India due to various reasons. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was one such social reformer. In every sphere of modern life, whether it is science, education, literature, religion, and politics, it was Raja Ram Mohan who set the modern trend. He was the forerunner among the Indians who advocated the need of introducing female education and Western education for the progress of the Indians. In the year 1823, Raja Ram Mohan Roy sent a memorial to Lord Amherst, the then Governor General of India, where he strongly advocated for the introduction of Western education in India. Now let's talk about Raja Radhakanta Dev. Raja Radhakanta Dev also played a vital role in spreading education. He was a Bengali reformer, a cultural nationalist who dedicated his life to the preservation of Orthodox Hinduism. He was interested in promoting education, particularly Western education, among the Hindus. He joined the Calcutta School Book Society in 1817 and took an active role in its operation. His deep cultural attitude and deep social consciousness are best reflected in his publications for the School Book Society. Aware of the importance of the study of science, Radhakanta contributed liberally to the fundraiser for sending Indian youths to England for higher studies in medicine and surgery.